Narrative analysts, what are you doing? I'm Jax Riley, and I've been sifting through the online commotion around Caitlin Clark's CBA talks. Furthermore, what I've discovered is completely nuclear. Everyone is worried about whether Clark might use force to get out of Indiana, but they are utterly unaware of the actual weapon being employed by her agent, Lindsay Kagawa-Colas. Furthermore, it's not some CBA manipulation via a backdoor. The WNBA is utterly afraid of this $220,000 wage structure. Here's something you won't learn from the other channels. The true leverage play is taking place in the open, despite rivals conjecturing that Clark is using enigmatic CBA loopholes to force moves. It's referred to as unmatched basketball. Here's what they totally missed, though. This goes beyond a single player threatening to quit. Clark's representation uses alternative league economics to show how dysfunctional the WNBA's entire wage structure is, and the league is aware of it. We delve further into the meta-narratives that shape WNBA culture, so if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. The backstories that nobody else is willing to share with you, or is either lacking. Let me now explain the specifics of what's going on, because you will realize why the WNBA is in complete panic mode once you see the big picture. Let's start by defining the underlying fact that rivals are overlooking. Co-founded by Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, the new 3-on-3 league is unmatched in that it pays average salaries of $220,000 for only 8 weeks of basketball play. In comparison, that is more than the majority of WNBA veterans earn in a full season. This is where things start to get crazy, though, because the information is straight from league sources. In the first year, Paige Buehr's 3-year, unmatched contract will pay her more than the total value of her WNBA rookie contract. Take a moment to consider that. 8 weeks of playing alternative basketball has already earned a collegiate athlete who hasn't even joined the WNBA more money than she will in 4 years of playing professionally. That is a market revolution rather than merely an inefficiency. Naturally, there is no official confirmation that Clark's team is particularly using this, but if you follow the digital breadcrumbs, a different image becomes apparent. Lindsay Kagawa-Colas does not enter those meetings with a hidden CBA manipulation plan, according to people familiar with the CBA talks. It is frightening the league that she is bearing wage comparisons that are unmatched. It's clear from rivals' conspiracy theories that Clark isn't attempting to take advantage of CBA provisions to obtain preferential treatment. Her agent is exposing widespread underpayment by leveraging market reality. When you can earn $220,000 in 8 weeks playing 3-on-3 basketball, the WNBA's rookie salary cap, which is approximately $64,000, seems completely out of place. However, the tone of the online discussion illustrates why this is so much more significant than a single player's contract. Negotiations are underway for a contract that expires on October 31st, 2025, as the WNBA Players Association opted out of their current CBA in October 2024. Additionally, more than 100 players, including 20 of the All-Stars from the previous season, may become free agents in 2026. This leads us to the question that is bound to arise. What occurs if the agents of every top player begin bringing up unmatched comparisons during negotiations? Let's enter the realm of rumors now. Although there is no official confirmation, the online discussion is too loud to ignore. According to a number of reports, Clark's representation does not pose a danger to Unrivaled's departure from the WNBA. Rather, they're claiming that the entire WNBA rookie system is out of date by citing Unrivaled's pay structure. And no one is covering this aspect. Everyone gains from this tactic, not only Clark. Rivals fail to recognize the collaborative revolution taking place right in front of them when they portray this as Clark attempting to obtain preferential treatment. The team led by Clark is not requesting individual CBA exemptions. They want the CBA to change to take into account the realities of the market. Through discussions on social media, I've started making connections, and what comes up is intriguing. Because they understand that Unrivaled's presence transforms everything, players around the IE League are subtly endorsing this strategy. The WNBA's whole value proposition abruptly collapses when other leagues start paying more for doing less work. The panic is real, even though official sources won't admit it. This is evident from the league's recent pronouncements. When talking about the impending CBA, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has frequently used terms like transformative. It's no accident. Crisis management is that. This is where the narrative becomes even more intriguing, though, and explains why Clark's billion-dollar influence gives him unheard-of leverage. The WNBA just agreed to a $2.2 billion media rights agreement that will begin in 2026, a 300% increase over their present yearly revenue of $50 million. That is an explosion rather than merely progress. Additionally, Clark's attorney is aware that the right moment can lead to a perfect storm. Consider it. While alternative leagues provide fair pay, the CBA discussions coincided with massive income growth. That goes beyond leverage. That is bargaining power at the nuclear level. I've been tracking the digital crumbs to see how this relates to league growth. And what I discovered is astounding. By 2030, the WNBA plans to add 7 more clubs, opening up more than 70 extra roster spots. The league obviously has money, as seen by expansion fees reaching a record $250 million. Why they pay franchise owners more than top players is the next question. What they don't want you to know, though, is Clark's precise role in all of this. Competitors are missing her recorded public pronouncements, even if they speculate that she would threaten to leave for larger markets like New York or Los Angeles. Clark mentioned CBA meetings recently. It goes without saying that this is my second year in the league, but it's also a crucial moment for our league's development. I'm excited for those meetings for that reason. It is hardly the rhetoric of someone who intends to leave the ship. That is the language of someone who intends to change it. According to the tone of insider discussions, Clark's group is presenting her as a transformative leader rather than a disruptor. Rather than requesting personal benefits, they are pushing for structural adjustments that benefit all. The league is aware that they are unable to refuse. This is the reason. In 2024, Clark accounted for 26% of total WNBA action. Her presence raised the average attendance for the Indiana Fever to 17,000, surpassing even the NBA Pacers who use the same stadium. Her agency doesn't need to make any threats when one player produces that much economic impact. The facts of the market speak for themselves. What is supposition and what is fact? Then, let's dissect it. Factual statement. Unmatched offers $220,000 for 8 weeks. The maximum salary for WNBA rookie contracts is around $64,000 per year. The current CBA ends in 2025, and talks are now underway. Clark's economic impact on the league is estimated to be at $1 billion. Conjecture. Clark is making threats to switch leagues. The truth. Her counsel is reshaping rookie remuneration systems for all parties by using market comparisons. The story is changing now that I've started sorting through the clamor surrounding veteran reactions. Although some rivals implied that players like Angel Reese were annoyed by Clark's advantages, they failed to take into account the real reactions of well-known celebrities. One prominent voice in support of Clark was Candace Parker, who openly declared that she should be encouraged rather than resented. That goes beyond simply being nice as a veteran. That is the formation of strategic alliances. Parker recognizes that everyone benefits from Clark's leverage. What truly demonstrates the sophistication of this tactic, though, is this. Clark is not merely taking part in CBA meetings as a spectator. Despite having no formal union duties, she is actively participating in debates as a non-committee member. She is able to promote revolutionary changes while sustaining cooperative relationships because of her positioning. Contrary to what conspiracy theories claim, the indications indicate something far more intelligent. It's Clark advancing the WNBA rather than Clark opposing it. This is where things really get crazy, so if you're still reading, please leave a comment with your thoughts on this other league leverage tactic. According to reports, if CBA talks are unsuccessful, the WNBA Players Association is getting ready for a possible work stoppage before to the 2026 season. The union's bargaining position only grew stronger with more than 100 players potentially becoming free agents and alternative leagues offering competitive compensation. Additionally, everyone benefited from the leverage that Clark's advocacy helped to build. Let's now discuss the consequences for the future as they extend well beyond a single player's contract. Competitors ignore the systematic change occurring when they concentrate on whether Clark might compel a deal or demand preferential treatment. CBA loopholes aren't being used by her agency. She is trying to render the CBA outdated by utilizing market evolution. I've been reading the league leadership signals, and the answer reveals everything. Commissioner Engelbert continues to place a strong emphasis on collaboration and development rather than resisting player demands. It isn't confidence. That's a recognition that the balance of power has changed. However, this is the unexpected turn of events. By requiring compensation talks now before more players leave for other leagues, Clark's plan may actually save the WNBA from itself. Systemic adjustments are becoming more urgent as a result of her representation. The league might have unintentionally let talent leave if there hadn't been that pressure. Despite the fact that rivals see Clark as egotistical or disruptive, her influence actually serves to safeguard the WNBA's future.